use what I call a meditation. I like to call it meditations instead of speeches. So here we go. This is for our still I rise through leadership. Still I rise through leadership. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and the earth was without form or void. Darkness was upon the surface of the waters, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. My interpretation of light is knowledge, truth, and guidance, because when it's light outside, one can see and know the truth. Sunlight is the primary source of energy which produces warmth and growth on the earth. But we also use lanterns and lamps as sources of light. Just as light produces infinite growth on earth, we as leaders should be lamps, emphasizing knowledge and scholarship, focusing on lifelong learning to produce infinite growth in others. Further, a leader should know the way, knowledge, go the way, action, which leads to experience, and show the way, using their light to mentor others. The root word for knowledge being know, K-N-O-W. Today, Riverside, we are meditating on the Still I Rise exhibit, and in order to rise up individually and as a community, we must concentrate on do-it-first leadership. We have to first be walking towards the light, forever seeking knowledge, knowing that our lamps can never be full. One must understand that knowledge is infinite, therefore infinitely seeking and knocking on the door of education and scholarship. One should keep seeking information and education, thus making education a core value for ourselves and our community. Our aim should be to emphasize education and lifelong learning to our children and their children in order to create a legacy of leaders that will continue to uplift the community one person at a time. Knowledge allows us to know the way, but leadership doesn't end in just knowing. We must apply our knowledge and go the way. A leader must go the way, usually a success journey full of ups, downs, all arounds, like an athletic track, never ending. Learning from not only our own personal experiences and apprenticeships, but also the mentorship of the elders, masters of the craft, and storytellers. Stories, books, and the firsthand experiences of our mentors is where we should obtain a lot of our wisdom. To go the way is to put the knowledge into practice, into swift action. We must keep walking towards the light, light representing our purpose, our goals, and our life mission. We should be grounded in walking in our life mission towards our true light, leading ourselves on our individual mission, which is never complete, always setting new goals as we reach new landings, knowing that the journey continues and that we must have the virtues of patience and perseverance on our never-ending journey. As a dark room with no light can cause you to end up in any corner of that room, but a dark room with a single match lit will enable you to walk towards the light. So can a life with no goals and dreams lead you to nowhere, but a life with a definite purpose will lead you to the promised land. Always setting smart goals to direct our course. As do-it-first leaders, our goals must be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timed. The more specific and narrow our focus, the better probability we have in succeeding in that specific endeavor. We must be able to easily measure whether or not we are succeeding in our goal. This is important because if we don't know if we've reached our goal or not, we are wasting our time and others. We want to strive to set attainable goals that are possible to accomplish. And this one is tricky because we never want to doubt ourselves, but on the same accord, we want to be realistic. Our goals must be relevant to our why, our ultimate goal, our true light. They must be aligned with our life mission. Our success journey towards the light should be founded on our individual purpose in life. If it's not aligned with our life mission, then it shouldn't be a goal of ours. If the goal is relevant to our life mission and aligned with our core values, then our chances of staying true to our goals increases drastically. Lastly, on the topic of goals, we want to always have a due date in which the goal is expected to come to fruition. If there's no due date, the goal won't get done. By using SMART goals to plan the way and then taking the first step on our success journey, we can lead ourselves to the light. To reiterate, first we must know the way, charting our course and mapping our routes. Then we go the way by moving into swift action, using SMART goals and learning from our experiences as we reach landings, ever leveling up. Only then can we show the way. And this is an important step for the process. Showing the way alludes to mentorship. True leaders show the way. They lift as they climb. They walk other people towards the light and become a source of light, warmth, and growth for them to follow. Showing the way is called mentorship in life, business, family, and various other aspects that they can influence in a positive way. A leader mentor will guide others towards the light. This is a very useful and necessary step in leadership because as a leader becomes that source of growth and light for another, it will save that mentee from unnecessary backpedaling, useless parading, and wasted time. The mentor can show the mentee the way, using their own wisdom and experiences as a guiding light. Some of you have learned the hard way, as I have learned the hard way, that when you don't have a mentor, you are more likely to have to do things over, take a longer path to success, or worse, not succeed at all. I'm gonna take y'all on the walk with me. It wasn't until Dr. Milner, a leader on campus, took me, a young 22-year-old, walking in severe darkness, and showed me the light. As a mentee, that I was able to get my act together and graduate from San Jose State University.
Yes.
In 1997, I graduated Victor Valley High School and headed to the United States Military Academy at West Point. I was very enthusiastic about my new journey and chance to play Army football. I made it through cadet basic training and football camp with excitement. But I was hurt 1 week before the season opener against North Texas. I ended up depressed, down and out, and in darkness. I decided to leave my dream at the gates of West Point and head to San Jose. I arrived at San Jose State University in January of 1998 and began taking classes. I had no real goals. I wasn't walking towards the light, but I was in school. In 1999, I ended up homeless, living out of my car for the entire fall semester from July to December. I failed all my classes that semester. After finding housing in December, I continued to struggle academically because I was so used to drifting with no focus, still in darkness, not walking towards the light. In the spring of 2001, San Jose State decided that they had enough of me. They gave me my walking papers and said I wouldn't be attending state the next semester. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no clue. I only knew I couldn't come back to the Inland Empire without a degree. I went to Dr. Milner, not knowing he was going to be my source of light, a lamp. And fortunately, he had a plan. Having been at San Jose State since the 60s, he had a little knowledge, experience, wisdom, light under his belt. He became my mentor and offered me some sound advice as to what I needed to do, how to do it, if I wanted to obtain my degree. He showed me the way. He became my mentor and invested his time and light into me. In 2002, the plan that Dr. Milner helped me create paid off, and I was accepted back to San Jose State for the fall semester. Having been in school since 1997 with only 40 credits to show for it, I needed 80 more credits to graduate. With the goal to get my degree in 2 years from that date, Dr. Milner recommended that I switch my major to African American Studies, and with his mentorship, I could obtain my degree. At this point, I had a clear goal. I was walking towards the light. I created a plan to get all my work done on Sundays. I would go to the Martin Luther King Library at 8 a.m., stay till 5 p.m. to make sure all my work for the week was done. I learned that I would have to sacrifice some time and energy if I wanted my dream to come to fruition. Finally, after 2 years of taking as many credits per semester as I could, which usually amounted to 18 to 21 credits, I was able to apply for graduation. And on May 31st, 2004, with tears in my eyes and my mom in the audience, I graduated from San Jose State University with a bachelor's in African American Studies. And a minor in sociology. I saw the light and walked towards it. You see, my story is an example of a leader doing his part to guide a potential leader to the light. Dr. Milner led me to the light, and I thank him for that. Because if he hadn't taken the time out to show me the true light, the way, I may still be in darkness. So now I pay it forward, leading by example and showing other potential leaders the light. By walking them towards the light, our community is uplifted, and the more leaders we create, the more leaders we are able to create by taking on mentorship roles and daring them to do the same. When I received my degree from San Jose State University, I came back to the community from whence I came, the Inland Empire, Rialto specifically, and started to light the lamps of potential leaders through coaching, education, and mentoring. I continue to be involved with the work of service organizations such as Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated Pyro Chapter and Orange Valley Lodge number 13, Riverside, California, whose principles and aims support my personal mission, which is to encourage one to have a dream, inspire them to follow their dreams, and admonish them to have courage through adversity in the pursuit of their goals and dreams. How many of you had a mentor show you the way? How many of you had a mentor that believed in you more than you believed in yourself? And how many of you may not be here in this space right now at Civil Rights Institute if it hadn't been for a mentor? Ponder on that. So, my friends, my charge to all of you today is to be that mentor that saved you. Be that mentor that saved me. And my final remark is this. As we meditate on the Civil Rights Institute and the Still I Rise exhibit, let us ever remember that leaders breed leaders. And in order to continue to rise as a group and community, we must continue to seek light, knowledge, truth, growth. We must continue to walk the way ourselves, and more importantly, we must continue to be the light while we mentor our up-and-coming leaders of tomorrow, lending our light, lighting the way for them, and charging them to do the same. And as we consistently create leaders through mentorship, and they create more leaders through mentorship, together we will create a perpetual system of creating leaders that dare to rise up and become those necessary beacons of light to our community. Thank you.